Nehama giving her third speech. Thank you.
And my apologies for not providing you the title on time, in time. A smart lady stayed here a few weeks ago that we make our plans and life is pulling jokes on us. So this is mainly the subject of my speech today, which is breast cancer, and can we prevent it? How can we prevent it? Do we know the causes? We are very busy people, all of us, I guess, and I know about myself, my calendar is full with meetings, plans, dreams, and I have no time for anything. But it looks that somebody else or something else is sometimes setting the agenda, and as such, I picked this subject because 2 weeks ago, in the middle of very busy planning of her new job, her new business, her new career, while traveling in very beautiful tropical places to sell what she's doing, my best friend went to the doctor after, feeling something in her breast, went in as a very healthy woman and came out with a breast cancer. Breast cancer is a very popular, unfortunately, very familiar subject. We think that we know everything about it, but when it comes so close to my life, I realized that there is a lot which I don't know. And I started asking many questions, and I believe that the first one that came to my mind was the why. And saying that, I started exploring a little and searching the website for some answers that I hope that I might get. Running on that, I want to share with you some of the statistics that I found, and I want to share with you what I didn't find. And I think this is really what was pretty amazing for me to realize. About 1 in 8 women in the Western world will develop invasive breast cancer over the course of her lifetime. I think this is pretty low number, and if we put it in totals, we will reach very high figures everywhere in the world. The Western world is more, in a way, in risk of breast cancer. A man's lifetime risk of breast cancer is about 1 in 1,000. About 50% of women who get breast cancer have a family member diagnosed with it. About 5 to 10% of breast cancer can be linked to gene mutation, inherited from a parent. In men, about 1 in 10 is a gene inherited. Which leaves us with the next number, saying that about 85% of breast cancer occur in women who have no family history. This occurred due to genetic mutation that happened as a result of the aging process and life in general, rather than inherited mutation. Life in general is what we do every moment. And the big question was, what is life in general? Do we have some clue? Do we have some researchers that will tell us that you do, this is what happened? That you shouldn't do, this wouldn't happen. And again, to my surprise, I really found very few researchers, articles that can give us a very, very clear answers about causes and results. the researchers are talking about risk level. I want to bring you the list of those risk levels. The first one being a woman, gender. The second one, getting older. The third one, family history of breast cancer. Early exposure to ionized radiation. That's one of the risk factors which recently are pretty clear that are affecting more the risk of breast cancer. Having children late in life or not at all. Longer exposure to estrogen and progesterone. I stopped here after the 5 first because those, are risk factors that we really can't do much about. Unfortunately, or fortunately, this is what is for us the moment that we were born, except maybe for the radiation, but we are talking here about radiation, which is a treatment for other diseases that usually is done within childhood time. So I went to the rest of the list, and the rest of the list is being overweight, lack of exercise, drinking alcohol, eating fewer vegetables, fruit, etc., exposure to chemical. The last one is never breastfeeding. And the few which I really wanted to raise some awareness in this very short 5 minutes to the last few, which again, no clue what should you eat or what you shouldn't, really to make an impact. Statistics is not sufficient enough yet to give us the answers. The one thing which is pretty clear nowadays, and only recently really serious research started. When I say recently, I'm talking about the last 5 years, is the impact of the environment. And what I want to leave us during my speech today is really this big question which still doesn't have an answer. And this is having an impact on the estrogen level seems to be one of the reasons which researchers nowadays are connecting environment to increase breast risk. And I want to show you this one. I didn't bring many numbers and papers, but we are all familiar with that. Apparently, when we speak about environment, we probably speak about all those chemicals, products, different plastic products that we live surrounded, use every day. And I'm for one, was not really realizing what could be the different effect of each of those and how to use those numbers. And with not much information, I just want to leave you with this message. Learn it a little bit, check it. It has an impact on our life. I looked at breast cancer these days, but I believe that there are a lot of other impacts which this makes. Thank you.